Hey, Brian, you're six. How are you this morning?
Good. How are you?
Good. You're 6-2 at the bye week. Do you give yourself a chance to digest where you're at this point in time, and how pleased are you where you're at?
Yeah, I'm still kind of 10 hours since we've been back. Um, so we'll review today's tape, or yesterday's tape, should I say. Um, we have some work days ahead of us here as a coaching staff to kind of look into some things, and then get ready for Houston. I think you're always self-evaluating yourself each week, Bruce. We have quality control coaches, we have analytics, then the coaches do it. We try to do it on a week-to-week basis, and try to improve on things that maybe we're not doing as good of a job as we'd like to do, and try to build off some of the positive things. So we'll always continue to do that. Um, but really, we're in right now looking at this tape, and next few days we'll have some time to get on to Houston and look at a few other things.
Patty Trina.
Hi, Coach. How you doing?
Good, Patty. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good. Coach, it seems like an ongoing issue week to week is the slow start coming out of the gate. I'm just wondering, is it because something's conflicting with the scripting, assuming you guys are doing scripting, or what do you think is kind of behind the slow starts that you guys have had?
Yeah, well, yes, it's always something a little bit different. Jacksonville, we came out and started fast. I think we threw it 8 out of 9 times that game. This game, we ran some RPOs. And, I mean, production on first down, or in this case yesterday, second down, which led to some third down calls. Converting on those third downs are big, because that's either you continue on in the drive and keep going, or you have to punt. So, converting on those third downs, but really executing on first and second down, a wide variety of things. As always, it takes 11 guys to execute a play successfully. So we'll continue to work on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ralph Bacchiano.
Hi, Brian. You guys have had a lot of success this season, obviously, winning games in the fourth quarter, and you're doing it even without a lot of punch at times in your passing game. I'm wondering if, when you look at the big picture, if you think that style is sustainable, kind of living on the edge, waiting for the end of games, or if you think that you need to add some pop into the passing game at some point.
Yeah, I'd say most games come down in this league to, one-score games, a lot of them, a high percentage of them. So, usually the teams you're playing are good. It's a back-and-forth game, and, a lot of games are won that way. Obviously, you're always looking to improve. Those chunk plays, help you in moving the ball and in scoring points. And we'll continue to look at that and figure out ways to try to improve that area. But, again, most of these, it's not like, you're used to coaching in some colleges and it's over in the first quarter. These games are back and forth. And, unfortunately yesterday we left out a few plays that, we haven't been making those mistakes, and we've given ourselves a chance, and yesterday it just got away from us.
Brian Dunleavy.
Hey, Brian, how are you?
Hey, Ryan. Good, how are you?
Good. When I look at the stats, yards from scrimmage, Saquon has 900-something, which is towards the top of the league, and then Darius Slayton has 232. So I guess a two-part question is, what is Slayton giving you? Like, how far has he come? Especially, that doesn't include what seems to be his knack for drawing pass interference penalties, which have given you some chunk plays. How much has Slayton come along? And then how much do you need somebody else to step up so there isn't that huge gap between Saquon and everybody else?
Yeah, I mean, I've been part of teams where it's been balanced. I've been part of teams where it's high on one end, high on the other. I think everybody just needs to continue to improve on their craft. And as far as Darius goes, he's, I've said this before a few weeks ago. I think it started out in Green Bay, but he's worked hard. He's kept his head down. He's been a good teammate, and you're starting to see some of the results that, he's earned the playing time that he's gotten here these last few weeks, and we'll continue to need him to keep improving and make those plays for us.
You've said you've been in part of teams like this, Brian. I don't know if any come to mind, but I don't mean to oversimplify it, but I would think you're going to see a lot of what it looked like you saw yesterday, where teams basically say, okay, we're going to divert 8, 9, 10 guys to Saquon, and they can beat us any other way. Are you expecting to see a lot of that? And do you have to is that bye week to come up with an answer for that?
Well, we have seen a lot of that, Ryan, from the start of the season. So that's really nothing new than what we've been seeing. Obviously, everyone knows we put the ball into Saquon's hands, and we'll continue to do that. But you're always trying to evolve and get better in other areas of your game. And like I said yesterday, give Seattle credit. They did a heck of a job. They did a heck of a job all the way through and through, whether it was the pass game, the run game. They did a better job than we did.
Thanks, Brad.
Yep.
Paul Schwartz.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, one procedural thing. The players are gone today, right? After their meetings today?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you and the coaches?
No, we'll stay. We'll stay today. We'll work through part of the week, and then give those guys off a few days here to recuperate here and get back ready to go.
A long weekend or just a weekend?
No, long weekend.
Long weekend.
Yep.
How do you? I mean, this is you've been a part of the NFL a long time, where the buys come. But how do you feel? This is your first time as a head coach, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Going into this long stretch, do you feel different than when you were a position coach?
No, at this point in time during the season, I think everybody's tired, coaching wise. Everybody's sore playing wise. That's just the nature of this league, and you just keep on pushing through. And I think you need to try to take advantage of a little bit of downtime to recuperate, to get some rest, and to come back fresh and ready to go. For us this last half of the season where we have our bye.
And one more. Do you you said you're going to self-scout everything, in this little period you have here. What about yourself? I'm sure you do that pretty much every week, but do you especially want to kind of maybe delve into how you've done and maybe say, this was good, this I need to do more, this I need to do less, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I'd say, Paul, what we do is we do that every week. That's why I think, this time right here, you kind of look at everything holistically, but each week you're doing that. And that's what Mondays are for, and part of Tuesdays. I do that every week, whether it's decisions throughout the game, revisit the game, go on to the next week, look at a ton of different stuff. I think you need to stay on top of that. It's kind of like a game. You can't wait until halftime to make some adjustments. You got to keep on doing that throughout the game. And, we've done a lot of that. I've done a lot of that since I've started.
Thanks.
Yep, you got it.
Connor Hughes.
Yeah, hey Brian. Just kind of two quick ones. The one is coming out of the bye. Do you expect to have any of the guys that have been missing some time back for you? Kenny Golladay specifically. I don't know how close he is, or if there's a chance to play on the bye.
I think we'll see. I think it's probably too early right now to give you an answer on that. Hopeful,
okay,
but too early.
Got you. And then over the next few hours here, 12 hours or so, what is your involvement going to be with the NFL trade deadline? And as a first-year head coach, what has the kind of dealing with this kind of been like? Is this something where Joe kind of brings you potential options? Is this something where you and Joe are in constant contact, or are you only really privy to it in terms of like the specifics of it when there's a potential deal on the line? Just what has the process been like for you as a first-time coach?
Yeah, I'd say, like I've said, throughout, relative to a variety of things here, Joe and I are in constant communication, lockstep on a lot of things. We talk about, pretty much everything there is to talk about in an organization, and that's just how we approach it. And that's really no different to, game management or free agency or draft. There's always communication.
Emmanuel Morgan.
Hey, Coach. What about Wink? Kind of gets him to gets players kind of relate to him and play for him in your opinion, and how it's going to help you your development as a first time head coach.
How has what helped me?
Wink, there's like his presence there for you, if at all.
Yeah, no, Wink's been a great teammate, whether it's as a coach or I'd say for a player. He's authentic. He has experience, and he's done a really good job for us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Charlotte Carroll.
Hey, Brian. How's it going?
Good, Charlotte. How are you?
Good. I wanted to ask about Micah. He got a lot more defensive snaps yesterday than he has in, I think, since week 5. What have you seen from him to warrant that?
Yeah, a continual improvement. He's done the right thing on and off the field. And, we use a lot of packages on defense and, shuffle a lot of guys in and out. And that was something that we were going to do this week and give him some chances. He made the most of them.
Thank you.
Yep.
We'll take 2 more, Jordan Renan and then Tom Canavan.
Hey, Brian, what's up?
Hey, Jordan.
Just to follow up on that a second, do you expect here as the season moves along to maybe use some of, I shouldn't say just use young guys in general, because I know you're playing a lot of young guys, but some of the rookies that maybe haven't played, that you're able to get them in more as you move forward here?
I think we'll play the guys that we think earned it, and that for that particular week gives us a chance that we think is best for our team. That's what we've always done. That's what we'll always do.
And also, how active do you expect to be in the next 24, 27 hours? Do you guys expect to be active at all in regards to the trade deadline?
I'm pretty tired right now, so I'm not going to be too active. I'm not going to be running or jogging or anything like that. You said for the trade deadline?
Yeah. I wasn't asking about your workout routine,
I
but
thought
yeah.
I said active. Sorry, it's
Oh,
a long flight. I don't know. We'll see. Those are conversations that I'll have with Joe, and we'll just take each of them as they come.
Do you feel like this team needs? I mean, because you've had a lot of injuries, and especially certain positions, you've been left kind of shorthanded. Do you feel that in order to sort of keep this up or take it to the next level, you need to add reinforcements?
I think what I always say is, we'll try to do whatever we think is best for the team, and I think each circumstance that comes up, whether it comes up, whether it doesn't, we'll just take it head on.
Last one here, Tom Canavan.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Tom.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I apologize. I was a couple of minutes late, but
okay.
When you look at the first 8 games, do you sit there and say, if you had told me going into the season we'd be 6-2 at the break, I would have jumped and said great? Or how do you react to where you are?
I just take it day by day. Those are in the past. We put money in the bank, so to speak. We're sitting at 6-2. We have, 9 games left that are on the schedule, and we got to take them 1 week at a time, and get a little bit of rest right now. We've had a long stretch here. Come back, rejuvenated, ready to go, and get ready to play Houston, and just take it 1 week at a time.